The Ford Wildlife Foundation was set up in September 2014 and it's supported by the Ford Motor Company. The aim of the Ford Wildlife Foundation is to support environmental education, research and conservation projects. The key enabler of these projects is the Ford Ranger, which takes the teams to the different projects and making it to go further. It is difficult to single out one project as Ford supports 16 conservation projects. Ford is committed through what we call the Blue Oval Integrated Energy Project to provide alternative, reliable sources of energy, thereby reducing dependence on the local municipality power supply. This is achieved through different key deliverables, one of which is through putting the car park under solar panels. This will be fully implemented by the end of 2021. The Ford Wildlife Foundation supports 4 educational projects. These educational projects' main aim is changing the lives of young adults. 2 of the projects, we employ the people to gain practical experience, and they undergo an 18 to 24 month course, and at the same time they do practical experience, which puts them up for being able to be more employable at the end of their 2-year course that they attend. And then the other initiative with Lapalala is with young people, and they go out into rural areas looking for talent, and also they host a number of schools at the reserve and educate them further in conservation. And this is a key belief of the Ford Wildlife Foundation, is if you educate the children and they understand the conservation, then they will make a better world and better leaders in the future. As all the projects that we support are run by non-profit organizations, COVID-19 has impacted the income of these organizations. These organizations rely on donations or sponsorships from big corporates as well as from individuals, and obviously the tourists coming into the country and seeing and hearing about the work that is required to keep the conservation going for many years to come. All our projects have got a community spin-off to them, so even though they are conservation, they are always working in the local communities, and during the COVID lockdown would go into the local communities and distribute food parcels. Ford Wildlife Foundation focuses on the good news, on the increasing of populations of rhino and cheetah across South Africa and across our borders, as well as we work in the seas. We do research on whales and dolphins, and then we also recently spread into the Northern Cape where we work on the riverine rabbit. So we are not just concentrating on the big animals, we also are on the small animals like the riverine rabbit and the amphibian project that we support. I believe it is evident that the Ford Wildlife Foundation is passionate and committed to making a long-term difference to conservation, environmental education and research across South Africa through providing 27 Ford Rangers to enable these projects.